Hello and welcome to the ICSE Class 10 Maths tutorial. Analysis of students' performance Part 3. आइए आपको एक शायर की दो लाइन सुनाता हूँ. शायर कहता है, मुहब्बतों के चिरागों की जिंदगी कम है, मुहब्बतों के चिरागों की जिंदगी कम है, दिए जलाओ के दुनिया में रोशनी कम है, दिए जलाओ के दुनिया में रोशनी कम है. शुक्रिया. थैंक यू. ओके, नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट. Third question. Question number 3A. The question is, I am reading the question. The question is, Tanvi deposits rupees 200 per month for 3 years in a recurring deposit account in a bank. If she gets rupees 8088, at the time of maturity, find the rate of interest. This is the question, and I have written the data here. You can see. This is the monthly installment, rupees 200 for 3 years. So years we will convert in a number of months. So 36 months. Maturity value is given 8088, and time always we take 1 upon 12 years. R we have to find out. Now see what the students are doing. Children are finding out, some of the students they are finding out I by using this formula n plus 1 upon 2 into x r 1 upon 2 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 10. Once again I am repeating, I is equal to n plus 1 upon 2 into x into r upon 12 into 100. Alright. What I do, I first find out p, which is n plus 1 upon 2 into x, that is p, and then I find out I is equal to p r t upon 100. Okay, fine. If you are using the formula, this formula, and directly you are substituting, fine. Okay. Now, substitution you are doing, and you are finding out this place I have left. So here you have to do substitution. Substitution, you are substituting the values of n, 36, 30, then 36 plus 1 is 37, and the value of x is 200. Then r you have to find out upon 2 into 12 into 100. Okay. So that you please substitution you are doing here. What the mistake? The question is easy. The mistake that a few students are making, they are taking this 8088 as I, whereas it is maturity value. This is not I. Now once you are taking this as I, of course you are going to lose marks. How many marks? That depends on how you are at which stage you are taking this, whether you are finding out I correctly or not. But at least you are going to lose marks. If you are taking this 8088 as I, this is not I, this is maturity value. Alright, so this is one mistake. Second, some of the students, when they are finding out R, which is 8%, I mean, few students are writing the rate of interest as 50%, 60%, 70%. I mean, such a high rate of percent. When you get such values, you please revisit. Once again you see the solution, somewhere things are going wrong. The rate cannot be 50, 60 or 70%. Alright. So the correct solution is you substitute here n is equal to 200. X is equal to 200, n is 36, substitute, find out the value. Either you find out the value of I, or you write this here only. Then a big formula. Alright, so mv is equal to nx plus I. Multiply this, take this to this side, 8088 minus, I think this will be 7200. You subtract, you'll get something. And then this side, you simplify I, where R will be there in the picture because R is unknown, and then you get the value of R as 8%. Fine. Now B part, B question. in B question, question B is find the value of k. Find the value of k if k minus 2, 4k minus 1, 5k plus 2 are three consecutive terms of an AP. Are three consecutive terms of an AP. So k minus 2, 4k minus 1, 5k plus 2, they are the consecutive terms of an AP. You have to find out the value of k. Now very simple. Second term minus first term is d. Similarly, third term minus second term is d. Both are equal. You put them equal. Second minus third. Sorry, second minus first. Second minus first is equal to third minus second. Third minus second. This is d. This is d. Both are equal. You simplify, get the value of k, which is 1. Now, what few students are doing? They are finding out the value of d. Alright. D means this minus this. They are finding out d. This minus this. Okay, you got d, which is coming 3k plus 1 something. Now after that they are finding out t3. Third term, t3 is this. T3 is equal to then that formula tn is equal to a plus n minus into d. So t3 is equal to a. A is this one. Right? A plus 3. T3. So n minus 1. 3 minus 1 2. So a plus n minus 1 into d, and d already you got 3k plus 1. So, and then after that you are simplifying and then transposing and getting the value of k, which is 1. Fine, that is okay. You are getting the correct answer and you are getting full marks. But then so many steps which are not required you are writing unnecessarily. Simply you have to see, you have to write down like this, like I have done. Second term minus first term is equal to third term minus second term. This is d, this is d. Both are equal. D has to be equal for the entire arithmetic progression, and then you get the value of k, which is 1. Okay. Now C part. In the C part, the question is from probability, and the question is a six-faced die. A six-faced die is thrown. Find the probability that first, a prime number turns up, second, an odd number turns up, and third, a number multiple of 2 turns up. These are the 3 sub-questions, and the question carries 4 marks. This one 3 marks, this one 3 marks, and this carries 4 marks. Okay. Now the mistakes, the types of mistakes that generally the students make are, you should write down the sample space, and that also within the curly bracket because it is a set. And then you please write down n of s is equal to 6. Please do write down, even if you are using in the formula next step probability of a is equal to ne upon ns and something upon 6. Alright, there you are writing ns is equal to 6, no? In the substitution you are showing, but separately please write down ns is equal to 6. So some of the students, either they are not writing n of s is equal to 6 here, so you may lose marks, and there are some students who are writing s is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but they are not using curly bracket. You have to use curly bracket because it is a set. Similarly, in the case of events, for example, this is the first part is a prime number. Yeah, a prime number. Find the probability that a prime number turns out. Yeah, one more thing that reminds me. A few students are taking 1 also as a prime number. 1 is not a prime number. So if you are taking 1 as a prime number, that means your answer is wrong. Then you are losing marks. Alright. So the smallest prime number is 2. These are the prime numbers. N of A is equal to 3. Then the probability of A is equal to Ne upon Ns. That means 3 upon 6 is equal to half. And that also you should write down in its lowest form. Do not leave till 3 upon 6. You should write. You have to write down. You must write down 3 upon 6 is equal to 1 upon 2 in its lowest form. Alright, decimal also accepted, but why to write down in decimal if already you are getting one in fraction? Alright, so fraction 100% correct. 3 upon 6 is equal to 1 upon 2 is the correct answer. Now what I am saying, the children not writing, they are not writing the events for all the 2-3 sub questions which are given in the question. So please do write down the even. Every time you can take E is equal to, because now you're writing a first sub question, and let E is equal to event of getting a prime number, or a prime number turns up. Alright, and then please write down this within the curly bracket, and then write down n of A is equal to 3. Similar things you have to do for the second sub question and third sub question also. Is it okay? I hope things are very, very clear. For this on this arithmetic progression, I have made a video. 2 videos are there, so that you can watch. Okay then. Thank you so much. Thanks.